Okay, now we're going to move on to due dates. If you notice in the course that you're working in, I have a link in each module called Schedule at a Glimpse, and this matches what you would put in your course schedule for due dates. And the idea behind putting due dates in here is just an easy way to remind students every week what's due. I also mentioned that it's a good habit to get into to create 2 sets of due dates, especially if you're using tools like blogs or discussion boards or wikis. And the reason you want to do that is you want to give students a chance to, first of all, create a reply to your thread or your forum that you post. So they have to respond to your questions, and then you want to give them enough time after they respond the first deadline, they'll respond, and then you want to give them enough time to be able to go in and read other people's posts and give them time to post, and that's where the second deadline comes in. So that's the idea behind the dual deadlines, and I would suggest that you keep those consistent from week to week. If you are going to do if you're going to do a Thursday, Sunday deadline, make sure that you do that Thursday, Sunday every week so students aren't always trying to go back and guess when stuff is due. The dual deadlines kind of puts them in a pattern, and they get comfortable following that set of deadlines, so they know when things are due, and they know pretty much what is due also. All right, so I put in here an example of what your module should contain for the schedule at a glimpse. So I'm just going to highlight this and copy it, and we will paste this right into Blackboard. I'm going to copy, and then we will go into Blackboard, and again we're working in the Unit 1 January 20th to January 31. This is what students see when they come to this link. There's our module. We're going to open the module, and we have our weekly overview in here, and see how that pops up on the menu. Now we're going to go to Build Content, and we're going to add item, and we will call this Schedule at a Glimpse. Okay, and I am just going to paste in my schedule, and that's what it looks like. This is kind of weird in the text box in Blackboard, that a lot of times it copies from Word, and it copies kind of funny. So when I paste stuff in here, if I'm going to use bullets and things, I usually clear out all of the formatting. So I remove all the formatting by clicking this little thing up in the corner that looks like an eraser. I'm just going to click that, and then I'll get rid of all of these bullets that came over with my stuff that I copied, just to clean this up a little bit. And we'll just get this cleaned up real quickly and get this posted in here. So I will just make this bold, and I'll give this a bullet because this is the item under the first due date that they have something due, and then this is going to be the items that are due under the second night. Now these dates are incorrect in here, so this actually should be January 23rd and maybe 27th here. So again, just make sure that when you do your due dates, everything is consistent, and students only have 1 or 2 due dates that are consistently posted through the week. Okay, so I'm going to submit this, and now there are my due dates down here, so students know what's due, and see how it pops up on the table of contents menu. So anytime I add an item up here, it is going to pop up on the table of contents over here.